How are you?
Good, feeling good.
I'm feeling good too.
I really do hope everyone's doing good today, man. It's been a
Yes,
gloomy day out here.
it is. I hope that we can bring up the vibes
Yeah,
because is the weather is just not doing it.
it's not.
Hey y'all.
It's tough operating in this type of weather when you gotta go to
It
class or
is.
you gotta go to work or you trying to get something done. It's like
You don't even want to do it.
I don't want to do it, man.
It's crazy.
But we here to flip that script today.
Yes, we're here to bring the positivity and
True.
the energy. So I guess that's the intention. Really, we just want to bring positivity and energy to the pod today. Oh, we didn't probably intro ourselves though. So welcome to a new episode of Cultivating Conversations with DP Square. I am your host, Deja, along with my amazing, sometimes annoying co-host.
DeAndre.
Oh, period. You see the stuff
Oh
I
yeah.
Oh my goodness. And we're happy just to be back at another Tuesday that God has blessed us with.
Mm,
Because
I like that. I like that.
yes, period. But no, I think we should just well, we had some lovely corny jokes from someone who felt that we needed to use these jokes to
Okay,
get
okay.
us started with the podcast.
Okay,
Okay.
maybe you're trying to get the positive vibe.
I
Let's
mean,
hear what they gotta say.
yeah, let's see what it gives. Okay, so this is the first one.
All right.
Okay. What do you call an angry carrot?
Okay. What do you
So think
call an
about it.
angry
Think
carrot?
about it.
And I have not heard these before. Let me think.
Yes.
Mm, anybody in the chat got some guesses? What do you call
Uh,
angry carrot? Red top.
what? What is that? A
Cause
red
they
top is
orange. I
crazy.
don't know. Like
Can't. What did you
I said, cause they orange. I don't know.
say?
Like I'm trying to
Oh,
think. Like
oh
cause
my
when
goodness.
you angry, you red. I'm trying to think.
No, it is a steamed veggie. that
Oh my gosh. I'm
is
dead.
correct. That is the corniest thing I've ever heard. I don't even. I can't continue. I'm not even gonna lie to
Okay,
you.
let me do one more. Do one more.
Okay, one more. All right. Hey y'all. Hey y'all. Okay. Why did the bicycle fall over?
Mm.
Give me some answers.
Why did the bicycle fall over?
Mm-hmm.
It was scared of traction.
Scared of traction is crazy. No, it says because it was too tired.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Let's get to the let's get to the topics.
Let's hop into the
Okay.
topic.
She said too tired. Okay, that was good.
Okay, she probably looked that up.
That fast.
No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing. Okay, today's podcast is titled "It's the Fourth Quarter"
It is.
because today is October 1st, meaning this is the last 3 months of the year, which
Mm-hmm.
even sounds crazy to say. I think honestly, that's like
So,
wild.
it is wild. It is
It's
wild. But
wild.
if it's the full quarter, we gotta be Steph Curry. We gotta lock in.
We
We
have
gotta
to lock
lock in.
in. We have to lock in. And I think it's just a double entendre because we're heavy into the sports seasons
That's true.
right
That's true.
now. So it's just a cute little title, but
Yeah,
legit.
and
Hmm.
it's a good reflection period too.
Yeah.
Especially it's just a lot of factors that weighs your year. Your life can change in literally a day. So
Yeah.
I think it's good to look back, see what you had to say. If it changed on the way, then
Yeah.
we're gonna figure it out right now.
Facts. Because we I don't know. Well, shout out to the people who joined one of the episodes, but we had the episode in the beginning of the year that was titled. What was the title?
Accomplishing
What's it?
more in 2024.
Yes, accomplishing more in 2024. That was their title. The beginning of the year, January
Yeah,
vibes. Everybody be so
giddy.
ready for the yes. So
Yeah,
we did an episode just talk about like our goals, what we wanted to accomplish. So we kind of wanted to like think back to what we said and see
yeah.
if like what is giving now. Cause
Right. Let's see.
yeah.
Before we get into that, everybody drop. What was one of y'all New Year's resolutions that you put for yourself? Back in January. Drop it in the chat, and while
Yes.
we discussing, let's see if you did what you said you was gonna say. Okay.
Right. Right.
So why y'all dropping that in the chat? So
Mm-hmm.
in the accomplishing more 2024 pod, we discussed a lot of things about our intentions for the year, some
Mm-hmm.
resolution that we wanted to do, and just stuff that we want to overcome. So
Mm-hmm.
I just name a few that we just want to start off with. So
Yeah.
Deja, you initially said you wanted to jump into things that you were afraid to do and putting yourself out there and more in the business oriented area, not being too shy. So where do you see that now?
Um, I think I would say if I had to label it like green, yellow, or red, I
Uh-huh.
think I would say that one's yellow. Like
Okay.
I didn't completely not do it, but I don't think I did it to the extent that I probably was making it seem like in the beginning of the year.
Hmm.
So so some ways I did that. Like I did go to a few networking events. That's really out of my comfort zone these days. Like going to events where I don't really know that many people. So I
Yeah.
did do that a couple times. I have reached out to a lot of people who I like. I just kind of got over the, oh my gosh, like, are they going to respond to me? I don't even think about that anymore. I just go reach out to people,
Yeah.
try to build up my network. So I did do that, but I felt like I could have put myself out there more when it comes to going to more in-person stuff. So that's why I say it's kind of like in between
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
between. I don't think I fully went like we have a couple I didn't make any, which is okay. I'm always a little weird about New Year's resolutions, but I'll get to that. But and then invest in a new business was someone else's goal.
Okay. Yeah. Drop your New Year's resolutions in the chat. But
Yeah.
back to what you were saying, around the business and stuff like that, because I had a few goals that were oriented to that.
Oh,
But
I thought you were saying, oh, okay. I definitely didn't answer your question correctly. I
I mean,
thought you meant like business wise, like career, but you
yeah,
meant
yeah.
more
I
like,
mean, but I still think that was a good answer for in
mm-hmm.
general. But I know you had stuff for our personal business too.
Yes, got you.
So, but I mean, but it was both actually. But
Mm-hmm.
I was
We did
no,
good with that.
yeah, no, I was going to talk about business as in career right now.
Okay.
Um, I had wanted to take the initiative to try to outreach more for my own career in school, and
Mm-hmm.
like you said, go to more events or join clubs and groups. And now it took me a while,
Okay.
but it is building up now.
Okay.
So even though I said that in January, and I really want to do that, like March and the spring semester, I'm doing it now.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm still proud of that
Mm-hmm.
aspect, but I still believe that there's a lot more to do.
Yeah.
It's just I feel like when we making these goals, you just don't put into the factors that the challenges that you're gonna go through on the way.
Yeah.
You only
You
think
don't.
about the green and the gold and everything, but you forget about all the roadblocks leading up to what you're trying to accomplish. So
Mm-hmm.
even though I set that for myself, it was a lot I went through
Yeah.
that hindered me from doing that until now.
Right. Yeah. And I think the whole us like talking about this, I think at least, and you might agree or disagree, I don't know. But I think for me, goals or like these New Year's resolutions are more like guidelines. I don't beat
Yeah,
myself up if I didn't accomplish it. So I think for me, it's cool to still look back on it because you don't want to just look back on a whole year and be like, dang, I didn't accomplish anything that I
right.
wanted to do. But it's not like I didn't do everything. So now I didn't have a good year. I don't think that's
Yeah, I
a
think
good way to
people
look at it.
people definitely get caught up in the like we talked about the timeline setting that
Mm-hmm.
you do things when the first of the year starts. So people now it's like October, they're like, oh man, I didn't even accomplish what I did for the whole year. I
Mm-hmm.
might as well start fresh in 2025. It's like,
Yeah.
nah, that's not what you do when you're trying to get somewhere in your life. You got to take your
Mm-hmm.
own initiative to step up each
Yeah.
moment that you can. Like I said, it was roadblocks leading to what I'm trying to get to, but at least I didn't just completely forget about it and say,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, spring, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. It. So
Yeah.
I think that's something to keep in mind when you're goal setting or trying to do anything in your life. But okay.
What's some other ones that we
Yeah,
said?
yeah, yeah. That's why I said this one's good too. For this one was pertaining to you. It was
Oh,
strengthen your level of spirituality with God and religion. Where so
that's a good one. I like that's a good one. um,
how you said in the podcast you wanted to come back to God, not in just, maybe times of struggle, but just all the time and just
mm-hmm.
being able to connect with God on a deeper level. So how you feeling?
Yeah, I feel like it has definitely been a journey, but one that I am proud of because I started watching because okay, this is my thing. I was always weary about doing the online church thing or
Uh-huh.
like reach or listening and watching people that weren't in my local
My
area.
community, yeah, community.
Yeah, so but I end up doing it anyway, and I've come to like a few of the preachers that I have tuned into. So I more recently I've been more consistent watching the sermons and I pray more.
Yeah.
Like I'm just getting back to the things that I used to do. So I pray
Yeah.
more. I try to like set my intentions, be grateful for the things that I have because that's a big thing for me. A lot of times I'll forget the stuff that I should be grateful for because of the couple of things that aren't going right in my life.
Yeah.
So I'll think everything else is just
Yeah,
everything is horrible. You know what
we
I'm
told
saying?
people to get them gratitude journals,
Yeah.
$5.
So what I started doing, because I saw this on a meditation app, they were like, you should. We have a lot of thoughts throughout the day, right? Like it's just so much we think about. But if you can control the first thought you have and the last, like the first thought you have when you wake up and the last thought you have when you go to bed, not literally, but like I wake up and I think about 3 things I'm grateful for, and then when I go to sleep, I think about 3 things I'm grateful for. So
That's
like you can't, like you think about so
yeah,
much throughout the day, but if you can kind of like cap it
yeah,
to turn it back to, okay, we done had a time, but what can I say I was grateful for at the end of the day, type of
yeah.
thing.
That's
I think
good.
that'd be a lot. Yeah.
That's good right there. So yeah, it
So
look like you have a lot of progression in that.
I had a lot of progression for sure.
Yeah. What's something that you would like tell somebody that's that has this goal for 2025? What would you say?
That's a good question. I think for me, which I was just about to say, is that I think it's important to do it by yourself, in the sense that, like, I think I grew closer to God because I was doing it within my own solitude, like watching the church online, reading the Bible myself, like praying about things. Like, and sometimes when you have the outside noise or you're with a group or a crowd, you kind of like, you lose the personal connection you might have to your spirituality. But sometimes when you're on that walk by yourself, it just helps, not completely by yourself, but you know what I'm trying to say. It's just like, find that time to have the one-on-one time with God, or the one-on-one time with like whoever you believe in, so that you can kind of like have more of a personal connection instead of being so caught up in like what other people might want to, what other people might see your spiritual journey should look like.
That's good though. That's good right there. Because
Yeah.
I've been trying to get closer with God, and I always find myself making excuses. And it's like people always use that term like lukewarm or whatever. I don't feel necessarily lukewarm, but I do feel that I definitely could take the next leap. So that's definitely a discussion me and you could have,
Yeah.
off the podcast,
Off camera.
off cam. But no, definitely, because that like that question I was asking you was kind of pertaining to myself. So it's good that you kind of have some answers. But okay, I guess we could just do one more. You want to do one of mine?
Yes.
And see where I was at.
All right, let's see.
All right, let's see. Okay, yeah, I had one about self-improvement. Okay, this is a tough one. Self-improvement is weird because you definitely see yourself improving, but not purposely. I think when I was talking then, I was thinking about purposely self-improving. Like, I did read books and stuff like that, but the reading of books, or trying to journal and meditate every night, stuff like that, and it gets to a point where that's not always possible. To do that consistently on the on a serious basis. Like, yes, it's good for you, but it's hard.
Right.
So I definitely have seen improvement in myself from January to now, but I definitely don't think it was necessarily intentional to the point where I was every day trying to be better. You know what I'm trying to say? But now that I reflect on the time being, I am grateful for the the experiences that I had. So I just leave it there.
Yeah, but okay, we'll get back to, I think well, real quick, like what are some of the things that you didn't try to do intentionally that you did realize, like, oh, that was a way of me at least having some sort of improvement in your
I think one big thing was maturity, for sure. I think myself in general is a mature person, but in a lot of cases in the past, I would always sometimes get the last word, or always make it a hassle for certain things, or just be kind of like just, I don't know, unintentionally irritated with people around me.
Such a Virgo.
Like irritated because of people wanting me to do something, or just stuff like that. But I took a step back to reflect on myself and realize that first of all, everything doesn't need a super reaction. One. And two, sometimes the better thing to do for someone who's genuinely either asked you for help or just wants your participation in something is just to do it and not always have something to say. So I think
need
those
to
are
take
two
that
things,
advice.
that I realized that I had to kind of fix, especially when someone is being negatively affected by the actions you're displaying. It's like, now you need to realize that you got to do better.
Yeah.
But yeah, drop your resolutions from January in the chat. Don't forget.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So Stephanie said, "Good job, DeAndre," with
Oh,
like
thanks.
your self improvement.
Oh, thanks.
I had a few. Well, I guess I'll. Okay, I had a few New Year's resolutions that I had that I wanted to like not. I just want to add like a couple more to what you were already talking about. So I had, this is actually the vision board that I had made. It's gonna be backwards, but this is the one I had made. Like,
yeah,
you can't read
it's
it.
only backwards up top. Though. You can see it on the YouTube, Facebook.
I'm not gonna, because this is gonna be in my face the whole time. But one that I had was that I was gonna start my lock journey.
Okay.
And I did.
You did. Okay, check that off the list.
So that was one thing, because every goal don't have to be super serious. I think sometimes people just think it gotta be so like, when it's just my stuff don't be all of that super serious all the time. And then I had like what's on here? What else did I have? I wanted to spend more time in nature. I think I could have did better with that. I could have definitely did better with that, because sometimes when you live in a city area, you just get it's just too much sometimes. So I wanted to make sure I like disconnected, and I just didn't do that as much as I wanted to. But I did a little bit more. Like I'll go for walks, or I'll go running, or something. But I could have did more with that for sure. What else did I have?
Influence of nature is definitely powerful, honestly.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely. Oh, healthier lifestyle. I think I did very well with that.
Okay.
I don't drink as much soda. I mean, I never drunk a whole lot of stuff.
What about that liquor? We had a conversation about
that. Actually, I don't drink as much. I don't. I really don't. Like, I do not. I might have one little drink here and there. Yeah. I've been on my wine and sangria type of vibe for a while, seriously. Yeah. But it's Libra season, y'all. It is Libra season.
That is true.
So this month of October,
people gotta.
I'm sorry.
People gotta chill on the addictives. I ain't gonna lie.
For sure.
I'm just saying. No, I've seen a lot of young people recently. Just the alcoholism.
It's not good.
The nicotine.
It's not
now
good.
It's the nitrous oxide. It's like.
What is that?
Nitrous oxide is like you put it
like vape.
No, I think you put it in balloons, right?
Oh my gosh! Okay,
no, that's helium, but I think nitrous oxide is something like that. It's like you put it in like.
Any scientists?
You ever heard of a whippet? It's like stuff for like when you do whipped cream, it's like the stuff you put in like the little pressure things.
People getting high on that.
Yeah, right. But people have been doing that, but now it's being glamorized. Yeah. What I'm just trying to say is that the addictives are just killing the young generation, and before you know it, your mind gonna be lost. But go ahead.
Brain cells dead. No, I was about to say, but I joke about it a lot, but I definitely have been proud of myself of just not drinking. And I don't want it to sound like I had a problem, but I'm a very because I'm talking about like I went to AA, like it's not giving that, but I'm a very social like drinker.
Yes.
But I've definitely cut back because I don't like the way I feel the next day, and two, it's just like you feel better inside, and that stuff is going to catch up with you.
Was you drinking? Was you coping the drink? No, drinking the coke.
Nah.
Okay.
I was just more so like if I'm out, I want to just be lit. Like we're having a time every time. That's just how I am. But I've learned that you have to learn how to be fun and have fun without always being like
definitely
drunk. So that's
because now you're two different people.
Yeah, and then it's just like now my stomach hurt. Now I'm on the toilet in the morning, and it's just not fun. But one of the things I wanted to do was get my own place.
Okay,
that has not happened. But I wanted to bring this one up because like. It shows that even when you have a goal set up for the new year, if it changes, it honestly can change in a better way. The reason why I'm saying is because I don't want to move out yet because I have like a plan in my head now, if that makes sense. Like before I want to move out just because I'm like, I want my own place.
Yeah.
But now I'm trying to be more strategic financially so that when I do move out, it makes more sense. For instance, I want to move out when I complete my degree because I'm paying for grad school on my own. And want to be able to like when I move out, not have to be having two expenses at the same time.
Yeah. So what do you say about critics that say it's a limit to living at home?
I think there's some truth to that.
Okay.
I think it's some truth to the fact because I always felt that I was so much more driven and independent when I was like out on my own. I felt that I was more productive, whatever the case, but that's more of an internal thing. Like you could be the same. You can have the same motivation even if you ain't living out on your own. You know what I'm trying to say? That's more of an internal thing, but I ain't rushing it either because we have to pay for our own bills until we die. Yeah. Like, why would I rush that?
Yeah,
But I
that's
do
true.
think it comes to a certain point where you're like
Limiting yourself.
yeah, like your wings is like this in your cocoon because you haven't. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying? Like there's so much more you can do when you've had that level of independence and
that's a good
responsibility and all
point.
that. Yeah. So I mean, I think it's truth to it, but also they can tell
It's
me all
not a
they
rush
want.
though.
I ain't
Yeah,
going nowhere till I'm ready.
yeah, it's not a rush though.
Yeah. But anyway, so since we saying that it's October and we only got 3 months left, how are some ways that, in your personal opinion, how are some ways that people can, because
Yeah.
personally, I get in a rut. I'm just like,
Mm.
child, it's
What-
cold. It's getting dark earlier. I'm just over it. I just want to snuggle up and watch my shows. How can how can we stay like how legit? How can we stay motivated in these conditions? I need to
like
move to San
yeah,
Diego right now.
like in realistic
Like
ways.
realistically, it's just
Yeah.
hard.
No, it's tough. Definitely, I'm definitely smelling the burnout creeping up behind me. but I was actually having a discussion with my friends just about.
Mm-hmm.
We were talking about weekly improvement plans.
Love
Just
that.
setting goals each week and doing everything possible that you can to try to reach your goal
Mm,
for that said week. And I thought, first of all, that wasn't my idea, but
mm.
I'm just saying I thought that was a great way to have a positive outlook on like these last few months.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, it's like when you look and want to achieve something, having a step plan to
Mm-hmm.
it's hard though when you are bombarded with a lot throughout the day,
Yeah.
but at least you can say that you did something to
Mm-hmm.
prioritize your goal. So
What's an
I think,
example of a weekly goal? Like anything you mean, just personally,
yeah,
school,
an
job.
example, yeah, an example we could go like I want to join association. Like look for associations to join. That's my goal for this week.
Mm-hmm.
Every day I look for one association, look at the details,
Mm,
etc. So it could be
mm-hmm.
something like that, or it could be it could be simple stuff like I want to do 10-minute stretch, just something like
Yeah, yeah,
anything. It's
yeah.
just something that to keep your mind focused. Because like you said, it's
Mm,
easy to fall in a trap of winter and get lazy.
yeah.
So you have to at least try to work
That'd
towards
be me.
something. Yeah,
That'd be
but
me.
another thing that I had was lowering screen time. I think that's one of my issues is the distractions on the phone.
Yeah. You want to join what I'm doing now?
What you doing?
I only can look at social media from 8 to 9 p.m.
Uh,
Like
8 a.m.
no, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Yeah. 8
Oh
p.m.
my
to 9 p.m.
gosh.
Unless, I'm posting something for the podcast
Yeah, that's
or
different. Yeah. But in
checking for
general,
like
1 hour.
it's just 1 hour out of the day.
That's crazy.
And then I get to watch because I was also on YouTube too much. So I can only watch one thing on YouTube a day and one of my shows a day or something. Because a lot of my shows are online, they're not on TV.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm doing now.
So what you doing from one when you wake up to 8?
What's crazy is there are some days I'm like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do with myself? So I feel you.
Yeah.
But I have been so much more productive. I promise you. Because now anytime, like if I would have picked up my phone, I wouldn't have got nothing done. Now I'm like, oh shoot, yeah, I was supposed to like prep for the podcast, or I was supposed to do this homework assignment. Oh shoot, I need to start doing XYZ. I'm telling you, it's not many times I go out the day where I'm like, I'm bored, I don't got nothing to do. It happens sometimes, but I'm telling you, it's okay. Mine does sound a little drastic, but I'm saying it's not that
But I think
hard.
it's crazy. You bring up a good point about like individual self-control by the past when they're adults. Like
Yeah,
you get told what to do your entire life.
that is
You know what I
facts.
mean? Like you get
Oh
told to
my
do
gosh.
you get told to do your entire life. So when you get to the point where you're an adult, it's hard to set self-control restriction.
That is facts. I
So
don't think people talk about that enough.
so maybe that's a good thing to look to try to do these last few months is have some self rules that because it's so easy to bypass a rule that you made because you are the one that set the consequences.
Right.
So be honest with yourself for once and set your own boundaries and rules. That's good. I'm gonna have to do that.
Yeah, and literally it's crazy because I mean trust me, I done made rules like this a lot of times and I fail a lot of times. But
Yeah.
I don't know, it's something about this time where I don't even think about the fact that I have not been on Instagram. I promise. Like I don't even think about it. It's crazy how that happened when it went from me being on there for hours and hours and hours to now I'm just like,
Well,
I
it's
don't even know
whatever.
what people got going on.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's a
But
good one though.
it takes time for sure. It takes time.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that was one thing though, the screen time and distraction. So I think Deja brought up a great point.
Yeah.
That's definitely a good way to do it. Just limit set, 'cause you can set the thing on your settings. So
Yeah.
it's definitely a way. But one last thing I want to bring up,
Mm-hmm.
you know that for these last few months
Mm-hmm.
is waking up early. I hear a lot of people, no, I hear a
That's
lot of people saying there's not enough hours in a day. I've been hearing that for a while.
me. I said it
But
today. I literally said that today.
but I've woken up, you know, because at good times so I go to the gym in the morning, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I would like try to wake up at like if I'm going to the gym like 8:45 or 9 or
Mm-hmm.
whatever to get to the gym. And then I realize it's like 8 o'clock. I'm like, hold on, I've been awake for 24 hours already. Like that's how it feels. Like
Yes.
so, but starting your days at like 12:1, it sets you back behind the curve.
It does. But it's so I'm telling you, DeAndre, I try.
To
I
wake up
do.
early?
Well, no, I'm saying like, and I have the intentions of wanting to, but
Yeah.
oh, uh, mm,
I
I
don't
be
know.
trying.
I think it's hard to wake up early when you're not like you're not going to physically do something. Just getting up,
Yes, it is hard.
yeah, just getting up for fun is early for fun is like, come on. But I'm going to the gym, so it's like a motivating factor. So maybe that's like
Yeah,
a two-piece thing. Try to find something to motivate you to get
to
up
get up
and to
that
try
morning.
to get up earlier because especially with the workload now and just having a lot on my mind and stuff to do, I like have no choice but to get up at a better time now.
Yeah, to
Because it's forcing
maximize the
my
day.
hand. Yep.
Hmm.
Yep.
That makes sense. That makes sense. And you're right. It's a lot of people you feel more productive. You
You
do.
do. You
Now
definitely do.
I ain't hating on the people who get up at 4 o'clock in the morning like
Oh
Daddy
my
do. He can
gosh.
have that.
Tripping.
But
Tripping.
I would try to get up at 10,
Tripping.
9,
Yeah,
9.
tripping. I get
Right.
up that early. I don't care
He's crazy.
what
He's
the
crazy.
cause is.
But yeah, I guess I had a few things which technically would be like a go cultivate, but you already kind of was
Uh-huh.
saying some go cultivate stuff anyway, so I'll just add to it. I
Okay.
think one thing is sometimes I think we're still kind of I'm still kind of old school where I have the physical vision boards or the physical like motivation things, but I know that there's a lot of free digital options.
Okay.
I know Pinterest has a lot of free like vision boards or planners, or they're like free planner apps and stuff. So I wanted to at least propose that because sometimes people are like, I'm not about to sit here and write on no
Cut
big
stuff out.
cut
Yeah.
stuff out and do all that extra stuff. So I know a lot of people are on their phones more. So if you can find like
A
motivation
solution.
or even Pinterest, they have like ideas. You know, sometimes people need ideas like, oh, I don't
Yeah,
know what
they
I want
do.
my vision
They
board to
do.
look like. I need an idea.
Yeah,
They got
Pinterest got so
ideas.
much stuff.
Yeah, and of course I use my calendar a lot. I think sometimes people that sounds very like old people, I guess, old people vibes, but child, my iPhone calendar is a lifesaver. You'll feel so much more organized if you use it.
Yeah.
But
I'm a planner bull, not gonna lie.
see, I was heavy, and then
Yeah,
it's just
yeah.
like, oh, if it's not on my phone, I forget. So now I don't know.
Yeah. I like writing things down for some reason.
Yeah,
But yeah, I'm on that same type time.
yeah,
I think people I like semi go cultivate is just set, you know, realistic and reasonable goals for yourself.
yeah.
Like we always talk about the expectation creates disappointment. We talked
Mm-hmm.
about that before. So you
We did.
send these crazy goals and expect this crazy outcome. And
Mm-hmm.
then now it's time and you like disappointed. You like, oh, I'm gonna wait to 2026 to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Like be serious with yourself and try to really, you know, better yourself, not for the other people in the conversations that go around you and you know how what people think
Mm-hmm.
about you,
Who
but
care
really
about them?
just really do it for yourself.
Yeah, and I'm telling myself this. I always want people to think that I'm learning as we talk about these type of topics because I have my
Yeah.
own roadblocks and
No,
reasons
that's
why
facts
I could
though.
be doing more or just it was a noise outside. But anyway, yes, I just want to say I learned a lot from the episode, even just talking through
True.
these things myself. But yeah, I think that really sums it up for today.
No, it really does though, man. It's the fourth quarter of the year. It's just time,
Maximize.
yeah, maximize it, man, because it's really
Mm-hmm.
like your life can change tomorrow.
Yeah, it can. I hope
So
my life changes tomorrow where I'm out on out in the Maldives and I don't see none of y'all ever in my life. Like I'm just playing.
but no, it changes so quick. It's like optimize your time and honestly
Mm-hmm.
just don't keep waiting and waiting because there's going to be somebody that really wants it that's going to take it from you, and that's when it's really going to hurt when you knew you could
Yeah,
have had it and you
facts.
decide to sit back.
Facts. That's so true.
Yeah.
But we appreciate y'all for tuning in today.
Facts.
Yes, the next time y'all will see me, I will be 27. Yeah.
Go ahead, work.
So shut up. But no, we love y'all. We appreciate y'all. Thank you for tuning into another episode. If you ever
Facts,
have any
man.
topics or things y'all want us to talk about, let us know. If you ever want to be on the podcast, let us know.
Facts, man. Y'all got something to say? Y'all want to
We
tell
know
us?
some of you keep keying in the background, but y'all won't
Yeah.
step on the platform to say something.
Yeah.
So, you know, let me stop. But no, we love y'all. We appreciate y'all. And we will see y'all next week.
Definitely. We don't miss no more Tuesdays. Y'all know that.
Period.